What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at Vanguard. We're going to be trying out the sniper classes. Typically this game so far for me has seemed more of like a running gun, submachine gun type of game. But I'd like to make a video highlighting the perks of quick scoping and what the snipers react like in this game, and if this game's a good quick scoping game. So as you guys know, obviously this game and the most recent games have had a little bit of an issue with, you start your class at level 1 with no attachments, no scope, no anything like that. That was the one thing that I did miss from, a game like Call of Duty Black Ops, where you could actually have a credit system. So you could play the game a little bit and start unlocking things for other guns early, right? So you didn't have to play with a sniper rifle with a 1x scope. Like, it's a little bit ridiculous, but... Alright, Kay, let's get into it. So to start this video off, we're going to be starting with the 3-line rifle. From what I've seen, this tends to be the best sniper. I'm not a huge fan of the old-timey-esque Call of Duties, but I'm going to try to make it work. So for options, we have the Kar 98, 3-line, and the Type 99. I can imagine the Kar 98 is probably going to be pretty good, but I don't have it unlocked yet. We'll shoot for that as soon as it unlocks. But in the meantime, I'll try to get all the attachments that we're going to need to make this gun as efficient as possible. I'm just going to quickly skim through game 1. There's not much to see because it's the 1x scope, but I'll just throw a couple kills up right now. A lot of these maps are really good in this game, but I think the biggest problem is they're just not made for sniping.
Another classic showdown.
The amount of running gun with an SMG that I'm seeing take place here is just unparalleled.
Dug in at Able. We're in the lead.
Hey, I apologize for being reduced to this, but this is gonna be the only way I'm gonna get kills early on with 1x.
New intel, ready for report.
Damn, that could have been a 2-for-1, man. Feels bad. One more. Alright, you guys seen some of the footage from game 1, it's pretty straightforward. So going into game 2, we have a scope unlocked, and we can actually kind of use the sniper rifle a little bit more to our advantage than, using it with iron sights. So let's get into game 2. We're gonna have a little bit of a better run this game.
Domination. Capture the objective.
Be a better scope for
Take
sure.
your time and remember to think. Closing with Able.
Still doesn't quite feel too good though. Maybe this game's just not very good for quick scoping. I guess we'll see.
Taking Baker. Losing objective Charlie.
Oh, I did it again.
Charlie
used to
is
sprinting.
lost.
No puedes, Samantha. dogs.
Attack
Let's
dogs,
go.
ready for
That's not a
action.
bad little streak. Alright, so after that last clip there, we finally have what we need to be able to quick scope efficiently, or well, at least semi-efficiently. We still don't have really the scope that we want, but we have a viable scope now, at least a decent option where we actually have a crosshair instead of like, you know, like a reticle. So this next clip is going to be probably my final decider on whether or not quick scoping is viable or good in this game, so stay tuned. Alright, so thankfully we're starting to get some attachments that give us aim down sight speed, so that's going to be crucial for us. Still not quite as much stuff as I'd like, though. But we're powering through it. So Alright, now we're moving a little bit here.
Ready for report. We have the lead. Keep it up. We're down, but not out.
Couldn't see him. That's too bad. Clean.
Intelligence coming in.
Marking hostile location.
Tossing stun grenade.
So after giving myself some time to run around with a real sniper and really just, you know, give it a shot at quick scoping, I don't think that the mechanics are that bad in this game. I think that even the, you know, the snipers are actually not half bad for the old-time-esque, like, era type of weapons. But at the end of the day, I still think this game's not very good for actually sniping and, you know, playing with a sniper, just because it seems like the game's more focused or based around running and gunning, like, you know, even the perk system and stuff like that. There's really nothing to benefit you being a sniper. And also, the time to kill is so short that it's not, like, it's not even viable, right? Like, you know, earlier in this video, you know, I was getting killed by people across the map, you know, with Thompsons, as I'm sitting in the back trying to get my first scope on the sniper, right? Which is pretty disheartening. It makes you not even want to waste the time to try to get attachments for your sniper rifle when you could just convert into using a SMG and, you know, keeping at the top of the ranks, right? Like, my primary class since starting playing this game just yesterday has been an SMG because it's so unbelievably overpowered. All that matters is actually fire rate over anything. I've even seen people use LMGs and, like, with some sort of attachment that makes them have a faster shooting speed, and it's just unrivaled. Like, it's, you know, just firing rate over everything in this game. So. But the other couple little things that I have an issue with too is, you know, like the amount of impact your character has when he lands on the ground after jumping makes it completely unviable to even try to go for, you know, like jump shots or anything like that with a sniper rifle. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Like, I guess, like, for realism's sake it does, but, like, it's not a good mechanic in my opinion. It makes it even less viable to use sniper rifles, you know, like, when in reality, like, they should be a good, decent option. If you're sitting in the back of the map and you're sniping away, like, yeah, it should be a pain for other players, but it shouldn't be something that's slowly made less and less viable. Like, the glint and everything, all the other aspects added, it's really not even worth it to snipe in this game. Like, personally, like, I think this is probably one of the worst sniping Call of Duties, other than maybe some of the other Call of Duties that had a lot of movement with the jetpacks and stuff like that. But for boots on the ground, I'd give this probably the worst hard scope / quick scope review out of mostly all of the Call of Duties. So there might be one or two Call of Duties that did a little bit worse, but off the top of my head, this has been fairly bad compared to the other ones. Like, you know, the mechanics are there and stuff like that. You know, I'll get to that at the end of the video, but I just thought that I'd give my 2 cents here. Alright, so I'm going to be quick to rate this. I mean, I got quite a few different things to say for cons, but this is my 5th time recording it. There's just things to cut out. There's things to leave out. You know, I don't know. So, for the most part, I give it an E rating. And the main reason why it's anything below D is something I would not play again. that doesn't mean I'll never play this Call of Duty again as of right now, but it means I would never pick this game back up because they release new maps or there's a new season pass or anything. So this is like a get prestige 1, you know, kind of see what that unlocks and then, you know, quit. And that's it, right? Like, the main thing too is the camos are ugly as fuck. There's literally no reason to go and shoot for that. They're all reskins, right? Like, even the gold is kind of cool because it has swirls in it now, but it's uglier than the other golds in like Cold War or anything like that, right? Like, sniping's at its weakest in this game for as weak as nerfed as they could make it. You know, like, if you jump, your crosshair's thrown off so much that you can't even jump shot and run around or anything like that. If you start with 0 scope attachment, so you're already at a disadvantage for the first, you know, hour that you play the game. You're literally eating dog shit. There's glint in multiplayer. That's such a bad feature because now, like, I've never played a game of Call of Duty where the snipers have been so dominant that I can't even get around the map. So for you to add glint to the sniper rifles, it literally just makes it an even less viable option. I get it, it's been in the last couple games, but I don't like it at all. I'm not a sit in the back of the map and hard scope guy, but I honestly think that if somebody's bad at the game and that's what they want to do, they should be allowed to, right? The mechanics are there to be a decent quickscoping game, other than all the lightweight and everything like that they added to make it a run and gun shooter, which people like. I'm not saying that makes it necessarily a bad game. This is me rating the quickscoping on this game, right? The 1v1ing might be all right against somebody else who's using a sniper, but in reality, like, I don't even really care to test it out. I don't think it would be that enjoyable because this game's kind of bland. There's not a lot of new feeling content or anything like that. So, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, that's pretty much where I'd leave it. It's right underneath the maybe play it again. I would not play this game again. There's no reason to, for quick scoping's sake, right? So, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this game's horrible overall. It is pretty generic and there's nothing new about it. But, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, it's not the worst Call of Duty they've ever made. So, but I'll leave that at that. So this video isn't too long. But yeah, that's my review on the quick scoping in this game.